And nothing too crazy coming out in the pistol run. I mean, both teams, Fnatic just kind of spread out into a little bit of a default, looking for pushes. Flush is so far back, so if Forrest continues on this route, that could be where he gets caught off guard, and this is going to be a big duel. Oh, wow! There it is, starting these out so nicely.
If Forrest gets going on a pistol, you know this is going to be a big game. This guy is just beautiful on that sort of work, but it's forced Fnatic to make a bit of a move now, and it looks like they're kind of, I guess, tendering towards A at this point. Pit is the only man standing towards the site. Everyone else is kind of working their way over, playing a little bit on the retake. Get Right playing highway, exist by truck, but the bomb's going to go down, planted for main, and it's a 5v4 retake now. Yeah,
but this is a nice position from Pit. If he can get this one kill here, this is crucial, but he can't. So Olofmeister now has control of the forklift, and that's a massive power point for this retake.
It's almost the linchpin to try and play back in on this site. A lovely crossfire now set. Dennis is jumping up for a little bit of info, spots out the players possibly towards highway, and Crims can now play back in as well, just keeping himself safe by the bomb. And NIP are running out of time here and options already. Forrest gets his head taken off, and there we go, finally a bit of a bite back. Exist is the one doing it. They do have a kit on Freiburg, so he's down to JW, and he knows the lineup. He's gonna see it! JW with 2 big kills. He's buying time perfectly, but now the defuse again. Exist holds it down, it's his only option. And JW's was, well, to take off his head. I guess the alarm bells are going to start ringing for Fnatic. Exist just got a kill, Pit got one earlier, and I'm pretty sure Forrest is there. Okay, we need to start focusing maybe towards these sites, and Get Right just playing towards that MBK corner. Did let Olofmeister out, and he does not need to be let off the leash, because look at him go. Just already finding 2, claims the site himself. But the camp boost comes out, and that will catch 1.
All right, now they have the knowledge that's in those, so they're going to call out the possibility of a fast flank. Flusha and Door is going to try and pick one off, and Olof, I mean, he's still aggressive, and he has the opening 2 kills to really open this round up for Fnatic, and he's going to get 1 more. That's Freiburg down. Forrest has got to recover. He does have a kit, but only a UMP, and he's got to outplay for Olof here.
Olofmeister read that as well. He knew it, but it didn't matter in the end. Forrest will get it, but Flusha holding the angle, waiting for that push to remain. Exist might fall into this trap, and he does. Now it's the 1v1. Flusha against Forrest. Well, he doesn't quite go into the doorway, but it will at least stop the run out, and now the defuse full as you like. Flash comes in, but Forrest doesn't move, and it doesn't matter! Flusha swings out, gets the job done.
No smokes for the NIP members as well to extinguish those Molotovs, so Fnatic now, they have all the advantages. There's 1 down in the site, so they did block off 1. Player to the left, Dennis is going to check this. He sees it, Force wins that battle, but they're slowly going to take over the site. Freiburg's still alive, finds 1 more, and they're slowing this down. They're getting the kills, and NIP in a 3-on-1. And Crims with no HP. This should be the first round on the board for NIP. Any second now as Crims just gets taken out by the nade, and also the first kill from Get Right on the board finally. You can see Fnatic, though, they've used a lot of their own to force out some of the nades of NIP, and they've done a good job of it, but the fact there's 3 players here for NIP, I mean, it doesn't matter. Now it's down to 2. JW with 1 pick. That's what he's there for with the AWP. Catches Get Right off guard.
Yeah, that's a massive issue. Now Exist falls. It's down to just Pit to hold this site. And it's playing perfectly into the hands of Fnatic here. They've slowed down the pace. They hit the brakes after that quick flurry of the utility being put to use. And now we might see the hit starting to come in. 48 seconds. And it does look as though it is time to go, but Pit waits. He waits so patiently, he takes down 1, executes Olofmeister, but there's nothing more to be found. Maybe go a little too early on that, and it's down to Freiburg on the side. The crossfire not in place, but it's Forrest round the back on the flank. Now it's a 2v2, but Dennis will not relent, and now it's down to Forrest. Mollied out Flusha, that works, that's the bomb. Can he deny Dennis the round to give Fnatic their 8th? Forrest has to be so on point here, and it's such a gamble. Which corner will Dennis be waiting in? Forrest just has to guess, make his choice, and stick with it. Here we go, it's Dennis! And there it is, secured in the end. It looked a little dangerous in the end there.
He could surprise here, but if they find this, it could be the start to get back into this round for Fnatic, and Get Right sees the shadow. He knows this is coming, but he can't win the fight anyways.
And even for NIP mentally, you've got to hope that they win this round. You don't want to lose a 5v3, even though the weaponry and everything else sits with Fnatic.
And this is now very bad from NIP. They have a 2-man advantage, and you see these are 2 easily equalized for Fnatic. It's 2 players from NIP pushed up with pistols. and they've been equalized, and there's no ability to trade here. It's just Fnatic playing passively, and NIP just obliging them by getting aggressive into the crosshairs. No reason not to sit back and make sure every kill that comes out for Fnatic is in a situation where NIP can trade it off. Now they don't have any knowledge of really what's coming.
Yeah, this is rough. And you see them. They can't commit to one site particularly. They're going to have to gamble and go towards A, but it is the right choice at this point. Pit and Exist are the first two on the scene, but a Scout and the UMP. Not ideal, but it can be made to work, and Pit's going to do just that. He'll at least find one, and time is starting to tick. 7 seconds left. This has to be a proper plant. There can be no hesitation, and the retake comes in, but surely they're going to win it. No! Flusher's still alive and kicking, and he closes. What a shot from Flusher. That. It's already a quick smoke, I can imagine, can be put down towards mid, and it looks like NIP just want to get this one started. A massive split towards A about to come in. 3 players straight through mid. Well,
they're about to run into 3 players at the A bomb site for Fnatic. Yeah, this could get ugly. There's Crossfire set up. Force wins the initial, and there's Exist as well. Are they going to expect JW? They didn't, but he can't land anything, and when you have so many Glocks coming at you like that, and now look at NIP just in the open, taking these fights and winning them. This could be a clean sweep for NIP. Still a long way to go for them, but no chance of Dennis, who is probably the best pistol player we have in the world, but this is too tall of a task.
Yeah, the pistol arrow can't do it this time, but...
And Dennis in a little bit of a sneaky position. How long? I'm wondering if he's going to stay here through the full length of the smoke.
He's going to certainly hear all these steps. That's nice for him to be trickled back through the information now pouring through the Fnatic side, but Exist is going to find it, but now Olofmeister has to make the impact happen with the AWP. Uncharacteristically there, missing a shot, and it does allow for the trade to come through. Forest now, with Exist, all pouring through towards the side. Bombs there, bombs going down. No problem seen so far. Get Right, a worthy sacrifice for the round to be playing into their hands like this. Now Crimson JW pretty much locked out at this point.
Yeah, and this is going to have to be a save.
That may not mean much in this game if he's going to underperform, but we'll see if it comes through. In the end, though, JW been kind of reminded there is presence towards A main and a step out from Forest, easily playing into the hands of JW there.
Yeah, there's the pick, and meanwhile, Olaf got pretty aggressive out towards B and spotted nothing. The timing wasn't with Get Right, but there's Freiburg. The response into mid. Crims falls. This leaves a big gap in the defense. They're going to have to be careful. 2 at A, and the defense is split. Dennis is very passive, and there's one more kill from Exist. They're going to start coming into this A bomb site. Flush has got to do work behind this smoke.
Flusher, what can you do? He's holding the very, very edge, but Exist again, providing massive kills, but look at the HP is low, but Dennis can do nothing but die, and Pit Freiburg will secure the round. And this is the kind of set B hit that we've seen, coming through and being very effective. Last time, Dennis' position did not work. This time might be a different story, but the flashes are coming through thick and fast, and now Dennis does get played in finally. Finds Freiburg, and NIP held off now. Dennis goes back in again, but merely to be met by Forest. And now down to a 2v3. Finally, it looks like Fnatic have got control of this round, but Exist has been a beast so far. It looks like he doesn't want to lose that reputation just yet. Spots out Crims, but will he expect 2W? AWP comes in, you certainly don't.
I don't know if you can hear it from there. I don't believe so because he hasn't stepped up, but they know they've got him isolated in the site. If JW went out those vents, which he didn't actually, so now they don't have the information of where Pit can be. Now he's coming through vents at the moment, and he's going to wait for this peek, and this is the danger, and there it is. Obliges JW patient with the AWP.
Could be just setting up something at the moment, maybe watching for that flank that could be very, very likely, but here comes the plays, and JW is still in position. Timing, waits for that 3rd second, goes back in. Oh, that was close, but now the mollies come raining in. This becomes a problem. A well-constructed hit, but it doesn't matter when JW is still doing that through smoke. Now, 3 players remain for the T side here. Exist snuck his way towards the side, but there's problems left, right, and center. Alleviating some of that was Freiburg. There's the follow-up, 33 seconds, and Exist comes alive. That's 2 big kills, leaving JW to handle it all. 1v3, 27 seconds, and just too much on one man's hands.
Now it's up to JW at Forklift.
But it's a stack towards Forklift. You've got Crims there as well, so both of them playing it, maybe feeling this is how they get around the molly execute that they've been doing, and maybe it's going to work. No. Quickly swept over by Exist, just pushing his way through towards the site. More aggression now on the forefront. Flusher just dives in with the UMP, and it works out, actually. And my God, does it work out. Exist falls. Now it's down to 2v2. Freiburg and Get Right, you've got to pull this one back together, and Flusher is having none of it. 3 now for him. Get Right, dig deep and pull this one back for NIP, or it's Fnatic looking good in this one, and there we go. First to fall is Flusher, and the adjustment can't come in.
They have plenty of utility as well. You imagine this is just going to be another one of those executes where they can stay pretty safe in A main, just going to throw everything they've got. Molotov's out towards NBK corner, Molotov out towards quad, and there's one in the site as well. All of Fnatic funneled back behind these Molotovs. The hit is here, but everyone from Fnatic is here. Can they win this? There's Dennis with one, but trades are coming out. Meanwhile, Flush on the flank almost does it. Crims, he's got a Famas. No one you'd want in a one-on-two more to win this match. There goes Get Right into a one-on-one. Forrest is the last one left. 8 seconds left on the clock to bring his team into overtime. Crims now knows where he is. 5 seconds. Forrest has got to hurry this one up. Flashbang is out. Crims just trying to play the time, and he's going to do it.
Oh my God!
Crims just ruins the day of NIP. The comeback all the way down to lose it like that.